There are several methods to using the program. The one we're talking about in this video is the line of credit method. The line of credit method leverages an equity line against your debts. In order for the program to generate your action plan, it needs to understand your financial situation. There are three main sections in the program where this information will be provided. These are Action Plan Budget and Accounts. Let's start with the Accounts tab. Accounts consist of bank accounts listed under assets and debts listed under liabilities. You're the one who tells the program the details of each account, such as payment dates, interest rates, and balances. You can add a new account by clicking on Add New Account on the left. You can edit the information on existing accounts on the right of each individual account. Once you have finished setting up the information in your Accounts tab, you won't be spending much time here on a regular basis. Most of your activity will occur on the Action Plan, which means that you do not have to come to the account screen and edit your account balances every time you deposit a paycheck or pay a bill. The program will automatically change your balances for you when you report on the Action Plan that you have completed a transaction, which we'll discuss how to do after we talk about the budget. The budget consists of incomes and expenses. Income is money that you receive on a regular basis, and expenses are bills that you pay regularly that do not carry a balance or interest rate. While we can see a summary of what is on the Account tab here, we are not going to relist your mortgage, car loans, or credit cards under the Budget tab, since they're already listed under the Accounts tab that we looked at a moment ago. The expense list should consist of things like groceries, gas for your car, your utilities and insurance, as well as entertainment expenses like date night or fun money. You'll notice that your expenses start out as a single grand total expense, but you can choose to itemize your expenses if you wish. If you ever need to add a new group of expenses or a new income, you can use the buttons provided on the left. If you need to edit an income or expense, click Edit to the right of that item. An example of when you would need to do this is if you get a raise at work and your income is now going to be $200 more per paycheck. Many incomes and expenses fluctuate from month to month, and that's okay. The numbers you're listing on your budget screen are averages for the purposes of creating an expectation for the program. For instructions on how to itemize your expenses, please watch the Itemizing Your Budget video. As with the accounts, once you have finished setting up your budget, you won't be spending much time on this page. Between the information about your income and expenses that you provide on the budget screen and the information you provide about your debts and bank accounts on the Accounts page, the program now understands what your financial situation is like and will use that information to generate the action plan. The action plan is your to-do list. Each line on the action plan is called an action, and it's simply something that the program is expecting you to do with your money based on what you've told the program. For example, under the Budget tab, we've told the program to expect John to be paid bi-weekly. So you'll see John's income on the action plan every 2 weeks. We read the action from left to right, starting with the date, where it is coming from, where it is going to, and the amount. For a more detailed overview of the action plan, please watch the Guide to the Action Plan. Most of what happens in our financial lives does happen repeatedly, but we expect that there are some actions that happen only once, like having to fix a leaky roof, a bonus check from work, or buying a new barbecue grill. These are called one-time actions, and you can add them to your action plan when needed by clicking the Add New Action button on the left. Add New Action is a feature that you probably won't need to use every time you log into the program, since most of what happens with our finances is expected and already set up under the Budget and Accounts tabs. Add new action will only be needed for the unexpected, one-time things in life. For more details on how to add a new action, please watch the Add New Action video. Between the expectations for regularly occurring actions that you created in the Budget and Accounts tabs and the one-time actions that you add in when needed, the program understands what is to be expected with your finances. As you're well aware, though, life doesn't always happen the way that we thought it would. So as you do each of these actions in real life, you're going to need to execute each action, letting the program know the final details. Let's use the income as an example to execute the action once the income has been deposited in real life. You'll click once on the action and click Execute. In the Execute Action box that pops up, we have the opportunity to edit the information about this action before executing it. On the action plan, you're telling the program what actually happened in real life, as opposed to what was expected to happen. So with that in mind, we want to be as accurate as possible on the action plan, because this is how the program is going to keep track of where we are financially. For a bit more detailed explanation of executing actions, please watch the Executing an Action video. Logging into your program once a week or so to execute actions will help you not fall behind on your action plan. As you execute your actions, the program will keep track of where your balances stand and let you know when it's time to use your line of credit to make a strategic principal-only payment toward debt. Every time you receive income, the program will ask you to deposit it into your line of credit, and it will ask you to use your line of credit to pay your bills. Because you earn more than you spend, there's leftover money each month called discretionary income. The discretionary amount varies each month based on the ups and downs of your earning and spending. Over the course of several months, the program will help you open your available funds on the line of credit. Once there is enough available funds, the program will prompt you to use that money to make a funds transfer payment to a debt. We hope this video helps you understand your program just a little bit more. And as always, if you have any questions or would like to schedule a one-on-one training session with our support team, feel free to reach out to us.